Hi everybody, Rudy, Alpha Investments. So, yes folks, October 16th, 2019. It's been a year, folks. It's been a year. So those of you who don't remember a year ago, if you haven't been around the channel a while, literally almost to the day of filming this video, I bought an Alpha Beta collection, took a gamble on eBay for $6,390, and it smelled pretty hardcore with cigarette smoke. So I sealed up the box with dryer sheets, aired them out before I did, spread out the cards for about a week or so, and then I sealed this box to be opened a year later to see, after having the cards aired out, stored in climate control, cool, very dry place, cool, dark, dry place, and then lining all the cards with dryer sheets and some silicone little, what's it, desiccant thing, whatever the stupid things are. So I want to see what my results are. So for those of you who haven't been around, why is there, I think this was something different, but okay. For those of you who weren't around, essentially this was kind of a blind gamble purchase. And I think what do you guys remember? It was I think I paid $3.25 a card, if I recall. So, and of course I did find some rares inside of here. And we'll do a little flashback here. But overall, I want to see, after 1 year, where everything is, kind of the condition. And, you know, people said, Rudy, don't do that, the cards will stick together. Rudy, do this. And, well, I want to see what the results are. It's been a year, and let's do a follow-up, shall we? I think on top, because I remember we did find some alpha betas, or some alphas mixed in. Yeah, these were all the alphas, I think, that we pulled out or we put on top here. I can't remember. It's been so long. Are these all alphas? Yeah, they look like they're all alphas. I'll see. Was this from the dryer sheet? No, that was just the wear of the card. That's just the way it was. It's been so long, I genuinely don't remember. It's been a year, folks. It's been a flippin' year. So this is what we did. This was a long time ago, everyone. So we're just kind of doing a little follow-up here. I wanted to see what the results are after all this time. Well, I can tell. I know we don't have smell-o-vision, but I can tell everybody right now, the smell of it, it doesn't have a smoke smell anymore. It has, I mean, well, wait a minute, I can detect a little bit. Now the cards are starting to air out a little bit. I just want to see if there's really, do we have like a smoke smell or what? Actually, let me see what we got here. So, these are all basic lands. What, alpha, beta? There's a little bit. I can still smell. It is nowhere near what they smelled like before. But there is definitely still a little bit. It did not completely get rid of the scent. But there is definitely... God, I don't even remember what these things were. Are these uncommons? It smells good. It smells like clean laundry, you know? they don't have an oily feel. I'm not seeing any oil. A lot of people are wondering about, like, are they going to get real oily from the material or anything? I'm not seeing any extra residue or none of the cards are sticking together. I know that was something a lot of people had asked me about. Are we going to see a lot of cards like damaged or stuck together? I'm not seeing any of that. I don't see, no, they're very smooth. I'm not seeing any of the actual, I don't see any sticking or anything like that. Everything's pretty polished. These were all, golly, I don't even remember what these were. I remember a lot of people watched. This was a pretty popular video in 2019. I'm thinking 100, 200,000 views. And I remember when we went through it, I found some uncommons mixed in the lot. Most were commons, obviously, but a few uncommons did slip inside of there. Some cool stuff. See, there's flash fire, some aura flames, some tunnels. But yeah, overall, I don't see any. I think I'm gonna call it. I'm not gonna call it a perfect success, but after 1 year, overall not bad though. I mean, some of and remember, these were like that. This isn't from any form of residue. A lot of these things were pretty, you know, some are, you know, it's amazing. You can have literally a card that looks like this, and then a couple cards later, you have like a near mint card. Isn't that crazy? I guess whatever people used back then, but no, there's a lot of decent stuff in here. These are all beta uncommons, some pretty well loved. The golem, love the golem. I'm just trying to see if there's anything weird or... The overall smell is not bad at all. It's way, way better. Kind of crappy. It took a flippin' year, though. Jeez, that's a little brutal, man. I don't know if I'd recommend that to you all. And again, these, when you see really heavy played like that, these were like that in the actual video originally. But again, for a couple dollars a card, I'm really, who cares, right? I mean, you know, you can't be really that picky when you get such a fire sale type price. And now again, friendly reminder, I know it's been a year since you all watched this video, but just to flashback where things were in 2019. When I did this transaction, and this was done on eBay and everything, keep in mind, everybody, does anybody remember what was going on with old cards at this time period? So these are all, wow, that is a lot of beta commons. Does this say how many, did I put how many cards were in the box? No, I just put alpha beta on the dollar amount. How many cards was this? This has got to be over 1,000 cards. What, 2,000 cards? Anyways, so that was the thing is, I just want to refresh everyone's memory before we end the video today. I want to talk to you guys for a minute, because I know a lot of people are going to comment who didn't see this video, doesn't know the history of it. I know a lot of you all are going to make comments to me about, wait, Rudy paid $3 a card. Wait a minute, wait, explain this to me. What's going on here? So I need to explain that in 2019, vintage cards and reserve lists, you have to remember, was in a bear market. Things were crashing, things were doing very poorly. This eBay listing specifically, I think it was 2,000, was it 2,000 cards or 1,000? I don't remember what it was. So you have to remember, this was after the 2017 boom of the reserve list. And then 2018, it started to settle. In 2019, it just went straight down the whole year. There was no returns in 2019 reserve list after the big boom. So during this time period, there were not substantial amount of people speculating and buying out the market. On top of that, this listing, the pictures did not show these rares. These were just mixed in randomly. The listing was mostly just said all commons, few uncommons mixed in, tons of basic land for all beta cards. It did not say anything about alpha cards. Now, again, if you remember the original video, and again, you guys can find it on the channel. You know, when we went through the video, we started to discover there were a lot of alpha corners. And again, a lot of people don't care about alpha versus beta, but there is a huge financial difference in 2020 when you compare them. And again, some of the cards are light play, some are near mint, and some are pretty heavy. They're just all over the place. And that, you know, but going into this blindly, I thought, hey, even in a bear market, even if the old Magic cards stay flat or have negative returns for another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Because in 2019, when I did this, what was the exact date? October 16th, 2019, when I sealed this thing up. So I probably bought it a week or two before then when I aired them out and did the video. So in October of 2019, remember, there was no virus. This was not 2020. There was not, the world was a different place, folks. I know it sounds crazy, but in 2019, the new product was booming. Remember, we had War of the Spark, Guilds of Ravnica, Ravnica Allegiance, Dominaria era, coming off the backs of the Amonkhet Ixalan bear market. The old cards kind of flatlined as all the flow of money started to move to new stuff again. So I pretty much bid on it, looking for all the alpha beta common cards that were just going to be in, you know, what, decent condition. That's really all I cared about. You know, that was kind of the objective, was just to say, okay, you know, let's see what we can get for a couple dollars a piece. What do we got to lose, right? You know, and then when we went through it, it was just piles of every single card. I mean, look at this. Piles of every single flippin' beta card. It was insane. So, you know, I felt the risk was low enough to say, hey, if I throw in this money and I leave it here for 5 years, you know, I expect the next bull market to return in 3 to 5 years. Okay? So, what I didn't expect to happen was literally when I sealed this box in October of 2019, that all of a sudden 2020 would roll over and the world would go into a disaster and all this stuff would happen. Shutdowns and viruses and all this political stuff. I had no idea this was coming. And the collectible world skyrocketed. That's all you need to know. The collectible world skyrocketed. So now that, you know, old cards are in a major bull market, from Pokemons to Magic across the board, I mean, yeah, people are going to watch this video and go, oh my God, what, $3? Yeah, this was not that, you know, this isn't really that big of a deal from the time that it was done. But in 2020, this is an important lesson. The reason I wanted to follow up on this video was to show you guys, even in 1 year, how much the perspective of collectibles and cards can change in 1 year. Isn't that amazing? It's only been 12 months. And I know the comments on this thing are going to be like, $3 a card? Are you serious? Yeah,